just about ready to roll. Getting the nod on the mound, Brian Bayo. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
All right, ready to get underway. And now the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar. Inside, and we're underway. Right down to shoot, and the count 1-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That's to third. Devers throws to first. One out in the top of the first. Okay, let's check out the lineup. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Brendan Donovan, batting with one down, takes a strike. Ball one there. One out, bases empty. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fly ball down the line. Abreu sizes this one up. He's there. He's got it. 2 down.
Batting third, first baseman Wilson Contreras.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Contreras now. Contreras, a former All-Star, 32 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle, and that keeps the inning alive.
Batting fourth, second baseman
Here's Nolan
Gorman.
Gorman with 4 runs driven in on 4 hits to this point in the series. That gets by him. Contreras around second. Still finds a way to get off a throw. Save, not in time to get him, and it's first and third with 2 away.
Designated hitter Alec Burleson.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Duran settles under it, and that's the 3rd out. So the Cards strand a couple. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Back after this on the show. Back now at Fenway. And now here's the starter for St. Louis, Miles Michaelis. What do we have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
We go to the bottom of the first. Still stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. Strike on the inside corner. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce, and saved. He busted it down the line for that infield single.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
So up next, David Hamilton. Runner takes off. Pitch misses.
Ball 1.
And safe. It's a stolen base. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
After the loss yesterday afternoon where they really didn't ever get things going on offense, I think this is an important opportunity right here to pick up an early run.
That one to first, and that's just foul. Runner at second, nobody out. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. One away.
Oh, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Rafael Devers stands in now and watches strike one. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
One out and a runner at second here in the third and final game of the series. And that's
1 ball,
outside.
2 strikes.
That one off the mark. The count now 2-2.
Full count.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now batting Tristan Casas. And a foul ball. Sliced hard but foul. Man on second, 2 down. And now 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Hit on the ground to short. Tosses to first, and that is the inning. End of 1, and we're still scoreless. Back here at Fenway
Leading
Park,
off for the
second inning
Cardinals,
set
third
to go.
baseman,
And
Nolan
stepping in for the
Arenado.
Cardinals, Nolan Arenado. One of the best in the game against right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, that's another story. Pulls that one foul. Singy, is this more common today? Guys really only succeeding against pitchers throwing from a specific side?
I think it's because you just don't get a very long trial
One
period
ball, 1
anymore.
strike.
I mean, with the analytics and the numbers, teams are looking for instant success with the lineups that they construct. So if you don't figure it out quickly against certain types of pitchers.
That one drilled left field. Fair ball.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. There's the strike, 95 of that one. Arenado gets his lead at first with nobody out. Just missed. Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible.
Runner on the go. That one the other way. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
First and second, no outs. Jordan Walker, the next to hit.
0-1.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. And fouled off. No score here in the second. And a swing and a miss. And that is a big first out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mason Wynn. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. And it's over the monster and off the billboard. That should get the dugout going. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Now it's the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And a breaking ball misses outside. One down, base is empty. Swings through that.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Here comes a pitch. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Still only one out here in the inning. And that one is inside. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Abreu hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Brendan Donovan.
Now up for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. Flied to right his first time. That one's in there, 0-1. In the air, left side. Durant makes the grab, and that is that. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Bottom of the second, and stepping in for Boston, Alex Bregman.
Second baseman, Alex Bregman.
Michaelis back to work. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Batting six,
Masataka Yoshida now at the plate with 3 hits on the series and one of them a homer.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
And there's a foul ball.
Thinking about Yoshida, he's never going to be the biggest player when he's on the field, but that doesn't mean he can't hit. He gets on base and doesn't strike out very often. That combo makes you a valuable asset to your club.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Upstairs. 1-2 to count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ball 2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And that one is lifted in the air. Donovan settles under it and makes the catch. 1 down.
Batting 7, right fielder, Wilyer Abreu.
And now, Wilyer Abreu. That finds the mark on the inside corner. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
So 2 down now, and here is Connor Wong. Hitless in the series so far. He's 0 for 7. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Bregman off of first with 2 away. This to center field. Walker racing over to make the catch. 1 left for the Red Sox. They trail in this one 3-0. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here comes Wilson Contreras.
Wilson Contreras.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His 3rd inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
That clips the zone. It's 0-1. That one missed. And that drops in for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Devers whips it across. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just missed. And another ball. One down, base is empty. That one finds the zone. 2-1 now. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Two down,
Alec
base
Burleson.
is empty. And next is the designated hitter, Alec Burleson. Fly to left his first time. Now a pop-up on the infield. Casas makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing there for St. Louis, but they lead it 3-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Center fielder, Cedar Rafaela.
And he pumps it a strike. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. And that one in the air, center field. Walker makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Red Sox.
Now batting Jaron
left
Durant.
fielder,
If there's nobody
Jaron
on in front of
Durant.
him, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
That clips a corner.
0-1.
He swings and fouls one off. And they'll do it again. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. David Hamilton digs in now. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And ball
Nope, that's a
one.
ball.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
And that one ripped into right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that ends the inning. Nothing doing for Boston. Still down 3-0. Back here in
Leading
Boston,
off
start
for
of the
St.
fourth.
Louis,
Now the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. Anything in particular stand out to you as far as moments at Fenway Park?
Wow, you know, it's unfortunate because I remember as an Oakland A's player, we were up in the series against the Red Sox, 2-0. All we needed to do was close out a Saturday night ball game. We went extra innings. The Red Sox won that ball game. And then Sunday, they pushed the series by winning Game 4 back to Oakland for Game 5. And unfortunately, they won Game 5 as well.
That misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. That was 2003, and the Red Sox would eventually get their hearts broken by Aaron Boone, but end the curse a year later. On the ground to third, and it stays fair.
Now batting, catcher Ivan Herrera.
And now the Cardinals catcher, Ivan Herrera. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Now a fly ball to right center. Rafaela on the move to the gap. Long run, tracks it down. And there's one down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of
Jordan
balls
Walker.
in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
So digging in, Jordan Walker struck out swinging his first time.
So, Boog, you went to college in this town. What was it like for you being a college student and having the opportunity to bounce over here to Fenway Park and see some games?
Yeah, in fact, 1990, a couple of college classmates and I, we were in college. We bought standing room tickets, and then the next night got a chance to see the Red Sox clinch the East against the White Sox in that sliding catch in the corner by Tom Brudansky. The Red Sox would end up losing to the Oakland A's in the playoffs, but that's one of the things that I'll think about in terms of memories from going to college and going to Fenway. So up next, Mason Wynn. He's already homered here in this one. To third, Devers tosses across to first, third out. So 1 left for the Cardinals, but they lead at 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Third baseman Rafael Devers.
Ball 1, no strikes. Devers, 28 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Now 1-1.
Yeah, and here's a fun stat on Devers. He's at his best when he's hitting homers and doubles, and by the time he was 26 years old, Devers already had over 150 home runs and more than 200 doubles. He's just the 15th player in baseball history with those kinds of numbers at that age.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Nootbaar makes the catch, and there's one down.
Now batting, first baseman Tristan.
And here's the first
Casas.
baseman, Tristan Casas. 0 for 1 so far. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. On the ground, right side. And it goes just foul. And down on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
I like it when you shake it like that. Bounce it up and down like that. Drop it to the ground like that.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Red Sox, Alex Bregman.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That misses. It's 2-2. 2 outs, base is empty.
2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And it remains 2-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Red Sox go down quietly. They trail it here 3-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Bayo back to work. And there's a base hit to left. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, left fielder, Brendan Donovan.
Here's the left fielder, Brendan Donovan. 0 for 2 in this one. Runner on the go. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Headed for the plate. Relay throw home. He's safe as he gets his hand in. And it's 4-0.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Brian Bayo done for the night, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher
Red
for the
Sox.
Red Sox, Josh
Number
Winkowski.
25.
They know that he can get
Josh
a right-hander out,
Winkowski.
but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. 1 for 2. First pitch, not close.
You know, these Cards really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
On the inside corner for a strike. Right side, Abreu. Squeezes it, and there's one away.
Up next for the Cardinals, second baseman Nolan Gorman.
Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. Ground ball, Casas. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter Alec Burleson.
At the plate, Alec Burleson.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
First offering, and it just misses. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Renan Bernardino getting ready to go. Weiser, the right-hander, also getting loose. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Runner at third, 2 away. Swing and a pop-up. Bregman settles under it. And he makes the catch. And that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Fenway,
Leading
and here
off
is
for the Red
Masataka
Sox,
Yoshida.
Designated hitter Masataka Yoshida.
There's the strike.
You know, these Red Sox,
0-1.
simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Damn.
Curve in the dirt. Lifted in the air, out to left. Donovan hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one
Now
more
batting,
inning, anything
right fielder,
after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus.
Abreu.
But they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That one back there, and that gets down in the corner. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
And here's the catcher, Connor Wong. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Cut on and lifted in the air. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, center fielder Cedar Rafaela.
So digging in, Cedar Rafaela. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but he also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. You know, he saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Up the middle. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw,
Now
but
batting,
very
left
difficult to
fielder,
get anybody
Jared
on that one as
Durant.
far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Jared Durant. First pitch misses. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Swing and he breaks his bat. That's a foul ball. 2 aboard, 2 outs. fly ball to right. Nootbaar. And that is that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Red Sox nothing. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6.
Leading off for
Here's
St.
Nolan
Louis,
Arenado.
third baseman Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. And another ball. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman, at El Toro High School in California. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Now batting.
Here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. Into center and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter into an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Herrera stands at first with 1 out. And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside.
Ball 2.
Line drive. Durant makes the grab for the 2nd out.
Now batting, shortstop Mason Wynn.
And up next for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. And he had a big swing of the bat early on in the ball game.
Yep, a 3-run rocket back in the 2nd. Even though it was early, a big homer like that can be tough to come back from when you're on the other end of that thing. I mean, it's tough. Sets up an uphill battle the rest of the way.
Just missed.
Ball 1, no strikes. Ball.
Line drive, base hit. throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder Lars
And here's the
Nootbaar.
St. Louis leadoff man, Lars Nootbaar. 1 for 3. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one at the knees for a strike. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Rafaela ranging back. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. He sends it out of here. And they tack on 3. It's 7-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. The cutter up and in can be such a tough pitch for the hitters. You have to keep your hands above the baseball, and that's exactly what he did. He caught it out front and drove it out of here.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Josh Winkowski out of the game, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
So the Red Sox
Sox.
bring on a new pitcher, Lucas
Number
Giolito.
54.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. Hamilton makes the catch, and that is that. St. Louis gets 3 on the homer. It's now 7-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
Moving through our veins.